So good evening, good evening, good evening. We're back again. We're going to talk about Chelsea, Chelsea, proper Chelsea. Chelsea. We're going to talk about Money Mace. Money Mace has signed for big money to Manchester United. And Man United have fully had their pants pulled down. A little bit like Arsenal did with Shai Havertz. How have Chelsea managed to con two of the biggest clubs in the country out of 165 million, 125. I'll rejig that. How have Arsenal and, oh my days, I'm having a mare. How have Chelsea managed to con two of the biggest clubs in the country out of 125 million for Mason Mount and Kai Havertz? That's insane business, I can't lie. Chelsea have smashed through 200 mil as well in sales, so we're going to get into the nitty gritty. We're going to talk about David De Gea as well. Breaking news, just as I was about to record this, is he's out of contract at midnight. He's getting married tomorrow as well, I think, in Menorca. So, yeah, still kind of a bit up in the air with David De Gea. Mason Mount, obviously, and we're going to talk a little bit about Chelsea. Spare a fault for Hakim Ziyech as well. The poor lad, his move to Saudi has fallen through because he failed a medical. Oh, my days. I swear, football is tapped. I can't lie. But it is what it is. But listen, smash the like button. Sub to the channel. We're over 16K. Appreciate all the love and support as always. I did drop a video on the main channel, a 25-minute long video. Go and check that out. That was really good. Just breaking down Arsenal's 200 million spent, how well we've rectified issues, blah, blah, blah. And whether it's going to end up meaning anything after the sales and whether we're going to just be 2 in, 2 out, 3 in, 3 out, and whether we're actually doing anything squad depth wise. But yeah, go and check that out. Leave your comments and super chats down below and share the content around. That always helps. Big up to everybody who has been supporting the channel this month. This month's been lit, I can't lie. Yeah, this month has seen the channel, I'm just looking at it right now, gain 5,400 new subscribers, over 5,400, 400,000 views. And the watch time's lit as well. Nearly 40 hours of watch time. Considering I'm only really doing one video a day, it's decent figures as well, man. And I did have 3 days off where I didn't load a video. So, yeah, appreciate all the love. And long may it continue, people. Long may it continue. But anyway, Chelsea, proper Chelsea, have managed to sell Money Mace for 60 million quid. Man United fans are not happy with the deal. They're fuming, a little bit like I was with, or am with Kai Havertz. I think we've seen enough of both of them players to know that they're not that good. The thing is, I do think Mason Mount is all right. I think he's not a bad player. And I do think that if Ten Hag plays him as a number 8, then I think he'll do all right. When you're playing him, or Potter played him as a false 9, you're playing him on the left wing, the right wing, you're playing him at attacking mid, you're playing him like defensive, you're playing him all over the place other than his actual position. Yeah, I think that's when certain players, yeah, that like they get the beating off of the fans. It's their fault. And the reality is Mason Mount's not a false 9. He's not a DM. He's not an attacking mid. He's not a left or right winger. He is a number 8 box to box midfielder, in my opinion. And I do think that if Ten Hag gets it right with him, with Casemiro next to him, Bruno floating around in front of him, I actually think that's not bad. Yeah, I don't think that's bad at all. Casemiro's knocking on. Yeah, still a fantastic, unbelievable, world-class footballer. But now he's got Mason Mount next to him with all the legs and he'll run around. Mace don't stop running. Yeah, and I said this on a previous video. Mason Mount reminds me very much of Aaron Ramsey. Like, not great, not amazing, but will chip in with big performances in big games. We've seen that in Champions League. Yeah, he scored, I think, in every single knockout round on the route to winning it. Didn't score in the final, obviously, but he did set the goal up in the final for Kai Havertz, ironically. And he does tend to turn up in the better games, but it's not the better games that you have to turn up in. It's every game you have to turn up in. If you're playing for Chelsea or Man United or Arsenal, you have to be good pretty much every week. Yeah, and that's just how it is when you play for a big club. And I think the price tag, I think, is a bit of a madness. I can't lie. 1 year left on his contract and he's gone for 60 M's, 250 grand a week. Like, that's crazy money. Yeah, like for 60 million, all they had to do is add another 20 on top of that. You go and get Caicedo. Different type of player, of course, but I don't know, kind of mad, isn't it? It's a bit of a crazy one, but I do think Mason's a good player, and I do think if Ten Hag plays him in the right position, I do think he'll do well for United. But I don't know, man. It's funny because like there's so many United fans having a meltdown, like I was about Havertz signing. They're all doing it with Mason Mount, and like you just have to wait and see, I suppose. Like the natural reaction of a player that you've seen not do great. Yeah, yes, won some trophies, of course. That's the aim of the sport. But performance-wise, over a course of a season, he's not been great for the last couple of seasons. He's in and out. He's playing in different positions. And he's not consistently been great. But I do think he is a good player. And to be honest with you, I would have rather signed Mason Mount than signed Kai Havertz. Yeah, because I think, like I said, he's very similar to Aaron Ramsey. Yeah, even when he's playing crap, he wants the ball. Yeah, and I rate that in a footballer. You're not hiding. You're not shriveling. You're not. Odegaard shrivels in games. Yeah, Odegaard hides in games and discipline. Mason Mount will not hide in a game. Yeah, he'll say, even if the team's playing crap and he's playing crap, give me the ball. Give me the ball. I'll try and do something. And it might not come off 7, 8, 9 times in a row. But then the 10th time, it might come off and you win the game. Yeah, and I like players like that. Even though they're not the most technically gifted, they're not the world-class midfielder or player that you want. Aaron Ramsey was a decent player for Arsenal. Mason Mount could be a decent player for Man United and has been a decent player for Chelsea. Yeah, whether Ten Hag can get him to go up a level remains to be seen. Same with Kai Havertz at Arsenal. Can these managers make these players kick on to another level and get out of the comfort zone that they were in at Chelsea? Because let's be real, Mason Mount has grown up at Chelsea since he was a kid. Like that must have been a tough decision to leave Chelsea. Right? I'll take it he supports Chelsea. I think his old man's Man United, isn't he? But I think he is Chelsea. So listen, he's gone all the way through the academy level, and to break into Chelsea's first team and win a Champions League, I mean that's like you've completed football as a fan of that club. You're literally living your dream. So maybe that's the reason he left. He's completed the dream at Chelsea. Now I want a different challenge, I suppose. But it's a pressure signing. The same with Havertz. You have to deliver. When you're going in there and you're not that great and you've not been great for a couple of years, right, and your performances last season were shocking. Same with Havertz. Both of them signings have to work. Otherwise, straight away, the fans are on the case. Yeah, the fans on the manager for signing him, fans on the player for stinking it out again. Yeah, and with both of them players, we've seen enough to know that they're not top draw. But I don't know. We'll see, man. We'll see. Let me know your thoughts on that. How well do you think Mason Mount will do for Chelsea? Leave it in the comments section. Cheers, guys. I had to change my T-shirt as well. I had a green T-shirt on. And all you could see was my head floating around. But anyway, Chelsea have also got rid of Loftus-Cheek. He's signed for AC Milan today. Officially done. Again, another good bit of business because he is Loftus bum cheeks. He is not a good footballer. But I think he'll do all right in Italy. Different league, more time and space on the ball. So yeah, we'll see how that one works out. Hakim Ziyech, poor lad, man. Honestly, I feel a bit bad for him. I can't lie. Yeah, like the guy was due to join PSG and Chelsea cocked up the paperwork. Now he's due to go to Saudi and earn top dollar, and he's got a problem with his knee and he failed the medical. Like he must be sitting there thinking, "What? I'm now at Chelsea for another year." Like crazy, absolutely crazy. Koulibaly's gone, Mendy's gone, Kante's left, obviously on a free. They've got rid of Kai Havertz, Mason Mount. Have I missed anyone? Have I missed anybody? I don't know, but they have done about 200 million in sales. Yeah, and obviously Nkunku's now officially a player of theirs. Yeah, and I think they're going to be a dark horse next season for not a title challenge, but definitely top 4. Yeah, and I think that the way they're going, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. They went out and blitzed all that money with no real plan. Just go and get in a load of young players and hope it works. But now they've got a manager there that does know his way around the Premier League. You know, whether you rate him or not, it's irrelevant. He is an all-right manager, isn't he? Yeah, and he will get a style of play for them, which is something they haven't had at all for a while. Let's be real. Even under Tommy Tuchel, the back end of Tuchel, it was all over the gaff, wasn't it? And then Potter come in. That was a shambles. And then Lampard, I mean, come on, really? Like, so they have got a manager now that will be implementing a decent style of play. And with the players that they've got some top draw players there. Enzo Fernandez, baller. They're in talks to get Caicedo, baller. Yeah, they've got Nkunku up front, baller. So they've got some decent players there, man. Yeah, I still think they need a goalkeeper. Yeah, because I don't rate either of their goalkeepers. Yeah, well, Mendy's left, so they've only got Kepa. I don't rate Kepa. I do think he's going to be the number 1, though. But for me, if I was them, I'd be going all in for what's his name, Onana, all in for Onana. Go and sign him. Yeah, go and sign that geezer. He is top class, and it's ironic because Man United are in for him. Yeah, so but I think he's the one. He's a top goalkeeper, and you get him for about 40 odd mil. Yeah, I think Thiago Silva's still got some legs on him. He can still do a job. Yeah, Reece James, decent right back, just needs to stay fit more. Chilwell and Cucurella, decent left backs. Yeah, who else they got a centre back? Fofana, again, he's all right, but I still think they need a centre back, a goalkeeper. I still think they need a little spark in midfield. You know, it's all well and good having all these players. Conor Gallagher's obviously going to leave at some point as well, but they need a spark in midfield. Yeah, which is why I'm baffled they never went in for Maddison. Yeah, because Maddison will guarantee you goals, he'll guarantee you assists, he'll guarantee you work rate, free kicks. Yeah, and you know what you're going to get with him. I think they need somebody to be that spark in midfield, and I don't really see where they're getting that. Raheem Sterling and Mudryk on the left. I mean, I think, come on. I mean, Sterling, not for me. I've never really rated him that highly. He's an all right player. Mudryk, well, I did tell everyone. Yeah, Ukrainian hates from steps, mate. Yeah, like, no good. But never know. Poch might get a tune out of him. You never know. Pulisic, not feeling him. Maybe he'll go. Hudson-Odoi looks like he's going to be going. Yeah, and they're doing it the right way. They're getting rid of all their dross first before actually going out and buying players. And now they're going to balance the books extremely well. So all the people that were sat laughing at them, they spent all this money, 600 million, and look at them putting everyone on these long contracts. Well, not laughing now, are you? Because now they're actually getting rid of all their players that they should be getting rid of. So yeah, it's kind of mad that how quickly football can change. You know, it's funny because literally a couple of months ago, everyone was laughing at them, saying that they're finished, they're dusted, they're this and that. All of a sudden, a couple of months later, they've got a decent Premier League manager. Yeah, they've got loads of players out, 200 million quid back in. And all of a sudden, you're looking at it thinking, oh, hold on a minute. Yeah, hold on a minute. They could actually be rising up the table here. And I think they will get top four. I think that they probably would get top four this season. So, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But let me know your thoughts and feelings and all of that. David De Gea, like I said, is out of contract at midnight. He's getting married tomorrow. Talks are still underway with Man United to keep him. Just bin him. Just get rid of him. Just get rid. He's done a decade there. Well done. He's been a decent goalkeeper over the years. A very good goalkeeper. World class at some points. But ultimately, the game's passed him by and the game's evolved. And you play up from the back now with your feet. And he's no good with his feet. On corners and crosses, he's weak. Yeah, all he is a decent reaction shot stopper. As Roy Keane would say, that's his job. Shit Irish accent, I know. But yeah, that is his job. And I do think that there's better goalkeepers. Like I said, Onana could be a goalkeeper, the AC Milan goalkeeper. You know, there's goalkeepers out there that would elevate Man United. And they've got to go out there and go and find one because David De Gea, even if you give him a pay cut and stick him on 200 grand or 150 grand, it's still a waste of money. Yeah, because if you're going to go and buy a number one, yeah, then I'm sorry, you should be binning him and going and getting a cheap and cheerful backup goalkeeper. Yeah, how often does a goalkeeper get injured? Like, yes, it's nice to have two solid goalkeepers, of course it is, but you know, Man City have got, you know, what's his name, Stefan and Scott Carson. We've got Turner on the bench. Like, there's not many clubs that have two top draw world class goalkeepers. Now, Liverpool just signed Adrian up again to another deal today, and he knows that his role is only a couple of cup games here and there. And maybe if Alisson gets injured, but he's happy to stay there because he knows that if he stays there, he's got a chance of winning stuff. You know, so yeah, it's a bit of a mad one. But yeah, let me know your thoughts and feelings and all of that. Have Man U overpaid for Mason Mount? How much do you think he's worth? How much do you think David De Gea should stay for? Or do you not think he should stay? If you're a Man United fan, would you want to keep him or not? Like, real talk, I'm not even United. Bin him. Just get rid of this era of Man United crap at the back. Yeah, and he is way past his sell-by date, so bin him. And as for Chelsea, all you Chelsea boys out there and girls and unicorns, non-binary, of course, and anybody else, just let me know in the comments section, where do you think Chelsea finish? I know the other day, a lot of people were saying they get 400 million in when I asked the question, but where do you think they'll finish? Like, if the window was to shut right now, Where are they finishing? Because Lukaku's still there as it stands, although I do think he's going to be going about 25 mil. Come on, that's crazy. And Conor Gallagher could be going, so there's another 30 or 40 mil. Yeah, they could still get in another. Pulisic could be going, Hudson-Odoi could be going. There's a lot more players could be walking out of that football club soon. They could get another 200 million in. That ain't even a joke. They could literally get 400 million in. Yeah, now is it? Chelsea, even under different ownership now, can still command 60 million for Mount, 65 for Kai Havertz. But all these other clubs sell their players for peanuts, other than Man City. Makes no sense. Makes no sense whatsoever. You know, Koulibaly came in. They realised real quick he ain't good. Bye, see ya, you're out. It's mad, isn't it? But anyway, let me know your thoughts and feelings, all of that. Leave your comments and super chats down below. Smash the like button. Share the content around. Big up to everybody subscribe. Come and get this up to 20k ASAP, people. On it up to 20k as soon as possible. And as it stands, we're on 16.1, nearly 16.2. So about 25, 30 away. So yeah, 16.2. Get that up. Come on, let's get that up to 17k real quick. I'll be back again tomorrow with another update. Not sure what club we'll be talking about yet. Go and check out the video on the main channel. And we're out of here, people. Have a blessed evening. Adios. Ciao.